Welcome. We're back again. That's right. It's time for our new monthly last Monday of the month stream that we've decided to do, where we will be discussing the dramas that we're excited for coming up for next month. And let me tell you, with June, oh boy, I don't know what has gone on, but like everyone has decided to release a drama in June. Like, there's so many of all genres.
Yeah, there's a lot of BL this month.
Yeah,
a lot.
Yeah. Like, I feel like BL's on a bit of a rise these days, but like they've decided like, oh, it's June. They're like, it's Pride Month, baby.
Let's go.
It's time to put all them BLs. Hello, Rachel. Welcome, everyone.
Hello.
So yes, there's from so many different countries. So here's the deal. There were literally too many that we realized we can't mention them all.
Yeah.
So instead, we've picked ones that we're excited to see, and we're going to talk about those. But don't worry, there's still many.
And maybe we could like rapid fire mention the other rest ones of them, but
yeah. So we hope that you have some that you're excited for, so that we can, dialogue together in this live stream fashion, as it were. So our list is done by order of release day that we've come up with.
Also, just so you're aware, unlike last month, we are not going to be
we're not going to be showing all the previews. We got
dinged.
We got dinged, my guys, so we can't do that anymore. No, the fun lasted 1 month, and now we're done. Netflix cut us off. Okay, it was Netflix too. Netflix was like,
I feel like GMMTV would be like, okay, good,
whatever.
Do you? Wonderful advertising, love it.
Like, Netflix was like, how dare you, you monsters, show that you were excited to watch one of our shows. Listen, Netflix has got problems. We're gonna let them do their thing.
Chew in their own juices.
So we're gonna go in order of date of release, and the first one is the 1st of June. So we're starting out strong with like the first day of the month, and that would be the Thai drama Astrophile. Which is on GMMTV.
I mean, Bright and Off, I like them. I'll watch them do stuff.
Yeah, like Off is
not delight. Together. It's not that kind of drama,
it's not a BL. It's a GMMTV hasn't picked up the Pride Month. It's the perfect time to put out a BL quite yet on the 1st. So,
but GMMTV is sort of like every month is Pride Month. It's always a good month for BL at GMMTV.
Yeah, so they can be forgiven. So the plot of Astrophile seems pretty standard for things, where it's about a guy who I love. On my drama list, they actually also translated his nickname, which didn't need to be translated. So a guy whose nickname translates to Baby Bangs, which chef kiss of a name.
Does he have baby bangs though?
Yeah, it's only a chef's kiss if there is baby bangs.
Yeah, no. He seems to have a comma bang from the promo image.
Okay.
But his actual nickname is Klang Mesa, which we now learned a little Thai. That means baby bangs. So good job. He likes watching the stars, like stargazing and thinking about that first love of his that he lost, like that he just lost contact. Not lost as in died, just lost contact with. But then apparently he finds out that her name is Nubdao and she's a social media influencer, and her best friend is played by Off, whom I love. Off is so wonderful. And so it says, between her close friend who she trusts and Baby Bangs, Baby bangs. Love it. Who makes her heart flutter? Who will nub dow? Choose.
Ooh, Jenny's in it too. Yeah.
I love Jenny. So
love
this
Jenny.
appears to be pretty standard, like GMMTV
Yeah.
rom-com.
Very.
fare.
Mm-hmm.
It looks
Which is
cute.
fine. I like that.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
it's
Right.
always, you know.
Yeah.
Although I did notice 18 episodes. Like,
Oof.
ah,
In a week.
But it seems
yeah. So that's
it
like,
says that it's airing between June 1st and July 28th. So are they, and it says Wednesday, Thursday. So are they doing 2 a
Oh.
week?
2 a
That's-
week. All right.
Unusual. Listen, I'm
I'll
only
put
going
up
by
with
what
it
my
then.
drama list has. We can't actually like
But
Put your faith
guarantee
in
this
that.
as being accurate
no.
information.
but
But
like,
yeah.
it would seem weird for GMMTV. Like, they don't usually do that long.
mm,
You know, like, it's usually 2 months and then they're done or whatever. So
yeah. Yeah, usually they're like more like 12 episodes is
Mhm.
like a long GM. So
Mhm.
but on the other hand, I think they saw how bankable F4 was, and it's got the same lead. So like, you do you,
I mean-
GMMTV. Well, I can't fault them for it.
Yeah.
You know
No,
what I
I
mean?
mean,
Like, I
Heather's
can't. I
great.
mean, you're like,
and Together was kind of like average, you know, but Bright brings something. He's
yeah.
got
The-
something that brings
the
the,
people
audiences
like him.
in. So
So
Mhm.
I get, and like, Off is just
a delight.
like, he's just a good bet, regardless.
Mhm.
Like, so
Yeah.
yeah. I think
Agreed.
you know, I'll probably listen. It's on GMMTV. I'll probably watch it anyway. I don't know. It's on YouTube. It's free to watch, so
No.
Yeah.
why not?
Might as well.
So there are several more coming out on the 1st that we're not going to talk about, but I'll quickly name, or do we do that at the end?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
Pothirsty, which is a movie that's based in the Game Boy's cinematic universe from the Philippines.
Game Boys MCU.
Yeah, that's right. The GCU, as it were, the GBCU, as it
I
were.
mean, they're expanding.
It looks.
You know.
I think the title is incredibly accurate by the preview I saw. Threesomes abound. Good times. Good times.
Okay.
And then in Korea, they've got the melodrama Eve, which was supposed to debut last month, but got pushed
Mhm.
to the 1st. That looks very mellow, very
Yes.
dramatique, as it were. And then on the 2nd, we've got a bunch of stuff coming out on the 2nd. 3 from Indonesia coming out on Netflix. One, a documentary called Pulau Plastik. A romance film called The Story of Dinda, Second Chance of Happiness. And a thriller called Detak. So, like the Indonesian thriller. I'll probably have to check that out.
Mhm.
And then on Netflix from Korea, we've got Change Days. And then, which is a variety show. I don't know about that title, because that makes me sort of think something a little swinger-esque,
especially
but I
when
feel like that's
under-
probably not what it is.
It's about like couples, and I think they might be or broken up couples. I don't know.
Mm.
Yeah, it's something.
We'll
I'm not
see.
watching it, so
Yeah,
whatever.
I'm
Yeah.
probably not going on my list either, but you do you know. Okay, so yes, it's a dating variety show.
Since some people super
yeah,
dig
So
the
it
dating
is a
variety
little
shows.
swingery.
I mean,
Hey-o.
that other one that's on Netflix, not Asian. has
Yeah,
been getting-
isn't it like American?
There's like
Yeah,
a
so
bunch
they're
of bizarre dating
just
shows
pulling it
on-
from them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Netflix, you know how like Netflix will download stuff for you
Mhm.
sight unseen or whatever. I had a couple episodes of something Japanese. When I was at the trailer, I was like, "Oh, this is pretty. It looks fun." And then I realized it was like a weird dating show.
I've never
Really
had
pretty
Netflix
visuals.
download things
Well,
for
there's
me.
like a setting.
Well,
there's a setting
there's
on
a
your
setting.
your
I was
iPad
like,
that you can like
So-
you can set it up to like automatically download things that it'll
Wow.
think that you'll
Yeah.
like. I do
It
not
just
have
makes me-
that set up on mine.
I
That was-
have it set
No.
up just in the summer for the trailer so that like there's always something. If I forget to download something, I'll have something.
Yeah.
It won't necessarily be something I want to watch, but it'll be something. So
Yeah, that's what I was. The Singles
yeah,
Inferno.
Singles Inferno. Yeah.
It was so popular.
There's a Japanese drama also coming out in the second called Kyuso no Musume, which is a suspense drama.
Mhm.
And then from Tencent from China, there's A Dream of Splendor, which is a historical, but I think it's like an isekai historical, if I'm remembering correctly, where she's like reborn and has to prevent her own death sort of situation. Next, we'll get to the third, and this is a bit of a monkey's paw.
We'll get to the third.
the third. Yeah, we're so far into the month. We're on the third, and we've already had 12 dramas debut. This show's a bit of a monkey's paw for me because I'm very excited to watch it. However, it's releasing on Disney Plus. So yes,
which means it's releasing on the high seas. Is that what you're saying?
It's releasing on.
It's releasing on a thing.
The sketchy wit. Dr. Lawyer, starring my man, my husband, Soji Sub.
Another drama that was scheduled for the end of last month.
Yeah, and has been moved because I think it was still like up on air who was going to be distributing it at the end, and like
there's weird things happening with that one. I think we talked about it a little bit.
Pooh, I just now saw who's in this. It's that dude that was in Again My Life that made me not watch Again My Life. That dude's in it.
Oh wait, no, don't do this to me.
He's listed as supporting role. He's the 6th one listed on MDL. I'm not saying, for the record, I'm totally not telling everyone to not necessarily watch this. And I even might pick up Again My Life sometime. I just haven't had time. I'm just saying everyone should know Lee Kyung-young sucks. I'm just saying as a human. Pedophile. So I'm just saying that, just for the record. Anyway, putting that aside, just being aware that he exists in this. I did not know. That's why I was shocked. I didn't, because I was just paying attention to all the people I was happy for it to be in.
Joy.
We love you, Joy.
Anyway, it's about a doctor who's also a lawyer.
Who would have guessed on that one?
That tweet that went around like about a month ago where somebody was like, listen, a doctor, okay. Also a lawyer, okay. Soji Sub, come on now. And I was like, that's the line you crossed. I maybe could believe this, but Soji Sub, I was like,
yeah. Wait, what's wrong with
what's wrong with
Soji
the
Sub?
idea of like, for me, he's more, I don't know, the idea of him
he's a
being
chameleon.
a doctor and a lawyer.
In real life, he's like a rapper.
Weird.
He collects like stuffed animals. Like he collects. Doesn't he collect minion stuff?
Was anyway. Say, is it Minions? Yeah.
Yeah, he collects minions. Yeah. Like, listen, the man is an enigma.
But of him.
So the character wanting to be a doctor, and they just liked being in school for like their entire.
He was a doctor, but there was like a medical accident, and he got his license revoked. So he was like, "Fine, I'm going to be a lawyer now and specialize in medical litigation."
Okay,
that sounds like a pathway that a lot of people.
It seems like a reasonable pathway. To be honest.
Yeah. I mean, because it requires school. If you're good at school, you're good at school, right? So like switching, probably not that hard.
So he went from a surgeon to a medical malpractice lawyer and helps people who are victims of medical malpractice.
It's either that or become Doctor Strange. Like,
you know what,
Frankie just
said. Frankie, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
So
that required a lot of studying too, for the record.
That's true.
But I'm excited about Shin Sung-rook and Im
Soo-young
being in it. So
and so is Im Soo-young. So she's double dipping on the airing shows, which I think that was what the problem was. That was the problem. So they were upset that she was in both shows, despite one had been already totally filmed.
Well, that's the thing. Like it's because of the accident that happened on that one show where someone passed away and multiple people got hurt. They had to stop their filming, and Dr. Lawyer was already done, and so they were like, well, we have to push it, and here we are. I think maybe let it slide this time. Like,
Right.
there are things that they couldn't have like imagined would happen. I don't know.
And it's not like, I mean, how often does that really happen that people anyway.
And they're two different shows. Like, they're gonna be two drastically different shows. Come on.
Like, it's
and okay.
Her hardcore stands will still watch both. Like, just relax.
One, she's a virgin who's pregnant, and the other one,
she's a pregnant virgin, and the other one, I'm assuming she's going to be somehow working with him for lawyery purposes. I don't know yet.
Okay,
I don't know.
but you know what would be amazing?
Yeah.
Would be if it was like a weird crossover, right? Where one she's
my medical
like
malpractice, lawyer. My medical malpractice is
like,
I was impregnated against my will.
In the US, that's what they would do. They would have a line, and like some other character would come on, like
there'd be like a reference.
She'd be a doctor, and like a person would come on who looks like her, who's pregnant, and says she's virgin. That's like what would happen, like easily.
Astral, you didn't miss too much. We just talked about Astrophile. And now we're on Dr. Lawyer, so we haven't gotten. We just mentioned a few anyway. On the 3rd, on streaming on Viki, we've got a thriller, mellow rom. I was on the wrong line. Mellow rom. Why Her? Which has my wife Seo Hyun Jin in it.
Yeah.
It's another legal drama.
One that I'm actually kind of excited for, which is weird. I'm not a lawyer person.
He is.
But so she plays the youngest partner at the nation's most prestigious law office. And has proven what it takes to be one of the nation's best lawyers. And she's self-righteous principles and a never-ending desire to win. But a case takes an unexpected turn, and she's forced to watch as all of her hard work comes crumbling down.
I love this because I'm reading on Asian Wiki, and it's like the same but a little bit different. You can tell the person was like, let's throw a few words in
here and there. So she, so demoted, she's forced to take on the, despicable role of an adjunct professor at a law school.
Which is so funny because, like, here, I think a lot of lawyers do that.
Would, love to be a professor. Yeah. So the sting of demotion still lingers. And then she meets a student.
She meets baby Deep Voice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good old baby Deep Voice.
Hwang In-yup.
Yeah, Hwang In-yup. He's just the fountain of youth hit that child. And when I say child, he's like almost the same age as us. Like, it's not. We're in the same age grouping. So it's about her struggle to regain her previous position. I always sort of love stories like this because I just feel it's so ridiculous that one mistake could topple one loss, but it depends on the loss.
But she's also female. That's
true.
The key.
You're right.
It also has Ho Jun-ho, who is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, at least he isn't a high school student.
Yes, we do appreciate that it is college age.
We're into that.
We are into
adults.
And actually, Korean university age is still a little bit older than a freshman in North America in college. I was 17 when I was a freshman in college. You can still be super young, but at least just the way they typically do it in Korea, it's you're usually 19, minimally, usually.
Yeah, it's got some potential thriller, but maybe not. It's one of those things you're like, is it, or is this just what we're being fished in front of us in the first things we see. The director is Park Soo-jin, who was While You Were Sleeping, Dr. Romantic, and Doctors. So I would assume that looking at the cast now, it's going to be all the cast in those. They seem to be
you can usually tell if people actually like working with someone if they keep returning to do more things with them. So yes, that's pretty exciting. And also on the 3rd, there's a new variety show on JTBC called Fly to the Dance. I assume it's about dancing.
Or flying.
Or flying. flying and dancing. Who knows? Who knows?
You're flying to go see dances.
This is the whole variety show. It's just people going to watch like a ballet performance.
Like, what so cool if it was like a ballet performance in like nowhere.
In the middle, like,
just the middle of America. And that's where they go. That would be so cool though, because it'd like spotlight those.
Just record, it's a crew of dancers going to New York and Los Angeles.
Oh,
okay.
But that's
so they're flying to go dance.
Okay.
That's
so
nowhere.
we were correct in our assumption that people were dancing and flying. That's what you're telling us.
Okay.
Also on the 3rd, GMM-TV is releasing 2 new shows in 1 week. This is the I want to call it a sequel, but it's sort of like a sister story, you know. They're 2 eyebrows, sisters, not twins. To Star and Sky. That's called Sky in Your Heart, and it continues. So while they did release a straight thing on the 1st, on the 3rd they said, just kidding, we're back to the gays.
Well,
and
so this is like their cinematic universe.
Exactly. So it's
okay.
It's you know, it's the nice college BL cinematic universe.
Okay.
It stars Mech, who has been at GMM-TV for literal years. This man has been working hard. I think he was actually in the first GMM-TV show I ever watched. And that was a while ago. And he was very young in that. I actually rewatched it recently, and it had like fetus Nanon in it as well. And I was like, sweet Jesus. So it has him as a doctor who goes to a remote provincial hospital, and there's a cute teacher who's a volunteer teacher, and oh no, they're not engineers, Rachel.
He's not an engineer.
It's a doctor and a teacher.
He doesn't teach engineering?
No, so it's sort of like, I feel like this is like budget 1,000 stars right now. Just
I feel like Mech hasn't had a BL yet, has he?
No, not that I know of.
No. And I feel like I'm wondering if that's kind of where it's at, if GMM-TV is like, listen, this guy is good looking, he's a decent actor, why is he not more popular? And they went, okay, we know.
Make him gay. We gotta make him gay.
Takes.
We know what it is. We know how to market these men.
Yeah.
So that's on GMM-TV, so on YouTube, you know. Yep. Doctors and teachers. Remote doctors and teachers. And Japan has a thriller coming out on the 3rd called Kyoso no Musume. And as it is Japanese, who knows?
You won't get it.
Enjoy. I just want to point out that the show that this is the sort of sequel to also had no engineers in it. It was wild because it was a medical student and an art student. Like, we went wild with that one.
So it's kind of like okay. like the adult versions of both of them.
Yeah.
The professionals.
Yeah.
We are now moving to June 4th. We've gone so far in the month so far. So JTBC has a comedy crime remake of a British drama coming out. Who knows where it'll be airing yet? This is with JTBC. It's always a bit of a mystery where you can locate it. But the drama is called Cleaning Up, which I'd never heard of the British version of this.
Me neither.
Someone in the comments says it might be Ichi, so we will see.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay. I could see that.
It sounded kind of like one of those I can't remember what movie who was in it, but there have been a couple of movies about like cleaning ladies or, you know, like lower level staff who then like plan a heist of the building that they're in or something, you know, and it's that kind of a concept.
It says it's about cleaners at a security firm that overhear insider trading tips.
Okay.
So I feel like they're gonna try to get in on
Make
that
some
stock
money.
market action.
Try to get on, or maybe someone catches them and then they have to like do other things.
What's
Yeah,
that?
No.
Like
it's
maybe a
tagged as
murder?
comedy
I don't
and
know.
crime. So like,
Yeah.
but it sounds.
It looks fun.
looks
It's
fun.
very colorful posters, very fun looking. Very fun.
It's funny how on MDL the recommendations are
Yeah.
search www.
Yeah.
It's like
That's actually
I
the
don't-
first time I've actually seen a recommendation in the recommendations section that I can like remember.
Do you have
It's
to like put it in on my drama list? Like, is it something that like a user has to be like, I'm gonna put
Maybe.
this in as the
probably, but I
Probably.
really don't know. I haven't done it.
But I'm kind of like, I don't know. Maybe because maybe it'll be very, girl bonding over business kind of thing. But
speaking of Hyena, since I'm going on a trip that has an 18-hour train ride, so I've been like downloading things to my tablet for it, and I went to and I was like, I can download Hyena and finally watch. Not available for download on Netflix.
Oh,
I was real bummed. I was like, oh, why? It's fine. I got a ton of other shit. Don't worry about it. But, Whew, okay. Also on the 4th. Oh, I remember that movie with Queen Latifah, but they were like money.
Katie
They worked at like
Holmes,
the mint or something,
Yeah.
right? And they like took all the money that was supposed to be destroyed. Yeah, something like that. Anyway. Next we have a Japanese Japanese TV show coming out on the 4th as well, and this one sounds really interesting.
it does.
It's called Boku no Daisuku na Suma. I hope, please excuse my pronunciations if you speak and understand Japanese. I don't. We're doing our best here. Which is about a woman who is married to a manga assistant, and they love each other very much. And then she loses her job, and she's wondering why, she can't seem to keep the house clean or do anything well, and then finds out that she has a developmental disorder. And so then it's, them dealing with it.
It's Japanese, but I feel like this is one that Vicky might pick up because it's got that
I might
like
pick it up after.
Yeah.
newlywed thing going on that they seem to like the lighter newlywed J-dramas are big on Vicky. So
Also known as My Favorite Wife.
I could see Vicky picking it up after.
It's based on a manga too, so like
yeah,
after it
usually a
airs,
pretty good.
that does make sense.
Yeah, it looks interesting. Okay, on the 5th, I'm calling this the monkey's paw. Okay, because on the 5th, the season 2 of To My Star comes out. And here's why I call it the monkey's paw. All of us who loved To My Star were like, I just wish I could have more of To My Star. But what we liked about it was like domestic fluff and just like affectionate nonsense. But man, these previews,
Not it.
these previews,
you know what? A second season of Boy Love is always like they're always going to kill somebody or there's going to be cheating. Like that's it's like they only have one track. Like there's only one thing you can do. Like
from what I saw, like one of them like disappears and like just like leaves without telling the other one where he's going, and we're all like, we didn't want this. This isn't what we wanted.
No.
We wanted sweet romantic
more of them
fluff.
together.
We wanted them like
It's kind of like
gimbap in their kitchen.
when you watch someone who's like reading a romance book and they get halfway through and they're like, they're together. What's all of this?
Yeah.
What is all
It's
of
like,
this?
no.
No.
I just read a romance that was like really, okay, this is moving. And at 50%, I thought, okay, we're about ready to. And then I realized there was only 50%. And I was like, oh, crap. And then it got there and everything was perfect. And at 93%, they threw a curveball. And I was like, what are you doing? Nobody wants this. Stop it.
Take it back.
Joy, we could.
Right. I was like, I should have just stopped while I was ahead. Jeez.
Like we could have the domestic love, but no, they're like, we got to give them the drama.
Yeah.
That's what the people want. And we're like, no, we just want a bunch of like fun vignettes of them being in love. We want ingredients, but with To My Star.
Like,
that's
the
what we
trouble
want.
can come from outside of the house. It doesn't have to.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be them.
Relationship
Like,
trouble.
but anyway, I'm still gonna watch it. It's on Gaga Lola and Viki.
It's gonna be like super easy to find.
Yeah, it's gonna
so.
be very easy to find.
Definitely.
We'll see. We'll see. I haven't watched it yet, so it might not be as bad as you're thinking, but that preview really had me shenanigans. So also coming out on the 5th, we have Want to See You, which is a Vietnam BL on O2 channel. That's the company that made Mr. Cinderella. And a Thai drama coming out on channel 3 called My Friend the Enemy, which is like a psychological thriller movie. And then we're on to the 6th. We've made it to 6/6, baby, which is also my cousin's birthday, which is one of the few birthdays I remember because it's easy to remember. And now we've got another
You mean another Disney Plus?
Another Disney Plus. What really infuriates me about the Disney Plus stuff is it's always the most intriguing looking shows that I 100% want to watch. And then it's just like, not for you.
Yoink.
No, sorry. I'm like, well, I'm just going to find it elsewhere. Like, if this is what you want, Disney.
You could have had our money and our views, like, officially.
Right.
Yeah, like you're just, this is...
We literally
the
pay
you
you
thing, not a
like this seems like a you problem, Disney.
Yeah.
So that's Link, Eat, Love, Die with my favorite deep-voiced child, Yeo Jin-gu, who I guess is in his mid-20s now, so I can't really call him a child anymore.
Yeah.
But he plays a chef, and it's a fantasy mystery drama. So he's a chef who sets up a restaurant in the town where his twin sister went missing 20 years ago. I sense maybe childhood... They might have known each other. He finds himself randomly experiencing emotions one day, spontaneously crying and laughing, and it turns out that he's sharing the emotions of another woman named No Da-hyun, played by Moon Ga-young, who's so cute. He's so cute. He is fabulous.
Yes.
I always sort of tell... Oh,
sorry.
Go Sky.
Well, I was just going to say the marketing for this is wild.
It is.
It looks good.
Really the only reason I'm really excited about it. I'm sure it's not going to be a Jessie drama, but I want it to be per the pictures and the posters.
Because there's like a lot of red.
Yeah,
there's a lot of dead body parts in the background while they're eating.
Like, and then coupled with the chef thing, like it's giving cannibalism. Like,
yeah, I feel like that's probably not going to be the case, but like,
I'm a little concerned given the I'm a little concerned that we're gonna do like a unknown incest plot.
That
they do that, right?
I think they're going to hint towards it. You don't do that, like
I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a
same
false
age.
flag. I think it's gonna be a false flag situation.
Who's twins, and then you experience emotion. Please just don't.
Yeah,
just don't. Just don't.
It's interesting because the director is No Sung-hoon, who did Hello Monster, but he's also done Korean Ghost Stories, which was the anthology series that are all folklore based on urban myths in Korea.
And it was super popular.
And it's like straight horror. Like it's not like super gory or anything because it was on TV. And then the writer is Kwon Ki-young, who's done a lot of the things like Suspicious Partner, Hello Monster, All About My Romance, Protect the Boss, Crazy in Love. So
it's like
maybe
like if it was sort of like a Suspicious Partners vibe, I could be down with that. I could be real down with that.
If it's like less on the comedy, yes.
Yeah.
The good thing about Suspicious Partner is when it handled the serial killer, it handled that part very well. He was scary. Like he was legitimately terrifying.
Yes. Yeah.
So we'll see if there is a serial killer. Who knows? But we never turn it down when there is one.
It's
so we're still so deep.
Joy.
We're so deep into this.
I mean, Other option.
Yeah.
What's that movie with like David Duchovny in it?
Yeah.
And is it
Return to Me?
Return to Me or something?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
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 A classic caper. We've also on the 7th got a Thai comedy coming out called My Coach. And then on the 8th, we have a Korean thriller on JTBC coming out called Insider. And there is a web drama coming out on the 10th called To X Who Doesn't Love Me. And then also on the 10th for TVing. So TVing is sort of like web dramas, but like classier web dramas.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's backed by TVN.
Yeah.
So
and it's called New Normal Zine. And it is about a single woman. Every time I say that, I just think single female lawyer working for the client. Okay. She's a single woman who pursues a slow living lifestyle. Same girl. Same.
That's all I want is that slow lifestyle.
Yeah, amen. So she then starts work as an editor for the digital magazine New Normal Zine under the same parent company as her previous job. And there her new boss is chief editor Song Roji. And they're familiar with each other as they started to work for the parent company in the same year. But Roji is a workaholic. And so the two clash. GL?
Doubtful, but you know.
It's possible. It doesn't say that, but
I will say, like, the web drama XX was one of my like absolute favorite things. And so if it becomes like clashing females to like really awesome female friendship, like that can
and like
be
the
really
be actually like, true and like real instead of just like the you know how like we always get the ones where it's like the redeem person who doesn't deserve to be redeemed, but we have to redeem them anyways.
This is just like chill
XX didn't do that,
versus
like XX did not like patch things over fakely at all.
Confronted what happened and then they worked through it. So
now, I'm not saying that this is an indication that it'll be a GL, but it also has Jang Wee-soo in it, and he's pretty famous for the BL stuff. So, who knows?
It's possible.
I mean,
who knows?
That would be
be
nice. I like the actresses, so
yeah, the actresses. So Jung Hee-sung, she's great, and Hwang Sung-eun, who's also great. So it looks fun. It does fun.
It doesn't, unfortunately, have a like /Vicky to the TVing, so whether we ever get to see it or not.
But what
we don't know anymore because of Disney.
Disney is spoiling us. But what does have the /Vicky is coming out the same day from TVing, season 2 of Yumi's Cells. Now I'm tentatively excited for Yumi's Cells. I'll tell you what. I got a little got with season 1 because I really liked the male lead. I like the actor who played him, but it was a little too real for old Natalia. Like, yeah, I suppose it like makes sense, like how their relationship played out, but like I don't have to like it, you know. But Jin Young's in it.
I was gonna say,
so
good.
I really love Kim Go-eun, and
I mean, I thought the fun part of season 1. I didn't finish season 1, but I thought the fun part was the cells.
And they're back in action, baby. So,
like, that was pretty cute. Honestly, if you had a cells cut,
it was just a cells.
30 minutes of the
I
cells.
would be like, there.
So, and it even says her hardworking cells set out to make all her dreams come true. Yeah. So, yep. And it still has An Bo-young coming back to play the ex-boyfriend, which is just like, all right, I guess that's what we're.
He probably like
do.
shows up just like in flashback.
Maybe just like the first episode or something.
Yeah, anyway, if the cells are the same, it's gonna be adorable regardless. So I'm gonna watch it. There's also a very spicy BL coming out called Checkout, and it is on YouTube, but it is like YouTube membership for the company that they're gonna do like an unrated cut behind, you know, whatever you want to take that with.
I'm surprised more YouTube series
don't do that.
Yeah.
But it is like a small company, so like I get why
they need
to
produce
you
it.
know,
Pay for it.
No one else is paying for it. So the thirsty fans, because this one's supposed to be pretty caliente, you know. So we'll see. And that comes out on the 11th. And then GMMTV is debuting quite a bit this month. On the 12th, they're coming up with their Chippendales Mac, you know, style. What's that movie?
Magic Mike.
Magic Mike style drama called Mama Go-Go, where literally every ripped dude at GMMTV has been enlisted.
They just like
to
collect them and put them in.
Do sexy dancing.
I just realized that the Chippendales thing, like if you said that to a younger adult, they would have no idea what that is.
Or too old now.
They don't remember that iconic SNL skit.
You feel old.
They don't remember it.
But like everybody's in it. Like when you scroll down that list, like every GMMTV male actor who has even abs. A little bit like tall and
Dorito-y. You have any abdominal muscles whatsoever. You've been enlisted for this show. They've got them all. They've got a GMMTV boy for all viewers. Personally, I'm in it for Drake. Love the eyebrows. He's you know. You heard a rumor. Maybe it is like the ads and everything are on the GMMTV YouTube. So I'm assuming
maybe it's on both because sometimes he does that thing where they do like certain areas. They'll get it for.
Or maybe they'll do something like they did with Cupid's Last Wish, where it was like released on Disney Plus, and then afterwards they were like, "Okay, that's done airing now. Welcome back, everyone. Now that we're here, here you go for free again." Yeah. So it's about a singer who renovates a host club strip bar, and wants to make a strip club for ladies, Magic Mike style. And gets stopped by the mafia, played by Lee for some reason, who's the least believable mafioso I've ever seen in my life. But here we be.
Like Gun or like
literally, there's so many options.
And like those guys are the gangster
Joy
guys.
Knows. Man, Joy, you know, Joy.
Missed out on the crossover of like bringing in Mile to like.
Yeah, just like he's not.
I know. I was just joking.
He's got a whole finance career he can do when he's not acting. He doesn't need to schlep for GMMTV. Like, he's got other stuff to do. On the 13th, we have a Japanese BL called Fashioned Cupcake, which I think is an adorable name. Sky, go ahead. You seem excited by it. Please tell us.
It seems right. I don't know. Something about like when there's cozy food and like. I don't know. I always love that type of
just
stuff.
Reading the thing, it was giving me like Cherry Magic kind of like cute vibes, you know, like that. Yeah. So.
And like the leads are very cute, and it looks very cheerful.
Now it is an age gap, so
no, it doesn't. As long as
I'm just saying that's a part that they're trying to play up as far as you have the 39-year-old and the 29-year-old subordinate.
Oh.
So
barely.
But like I think that's part of why I kind of got Cherry Magic out of it too, like because that was a big part of their relationship. Not that they had a huge age gap, but like that work-wise, there was like that mentorship kind of thing going on. So it kind of sounds like we're getting that, which is cute.
There's also a pancake shop bustling with girls, apparently.
Oh.
Who knows?
All right.
GL as well.
Yeah. Hey,
nice.
Listen. We can
dream.
Yearn. We can dream. We can yearn for the day.
All of 5 episodes.
Man, I was really
Yeah.
hoping for Gap to come out this month.
No,
I mean, I guess
Yeah.
we still have time,
That's
but
true.
I don't think it's gonna come out
That's
this
true.
month.
I don't think so either. They've been advertising a new show. Anyway, moving on.
Anyway.
Moving on. So on the 15th, they have the Jinx's Lover, which on my drama list is called Jinxed at First.
Yeah, it had so many names.
So many titles.
Because
Jinx
like
Lover, Jinx
when I was
Couple.
making this like list, I was doing it all during the month, and I was only putting it in things on this list if I saw them like through a news source or a poster. I wasn't going by my drama list or whatsoever because I thought, I wouldn't have to put down as many shows, but apparently that was a pipe dream, and here we are, only halfway through the month. But they just kept on changing that name, and I was like,
and you're like,
stop it.
Please.
Yeah. Also known as Jinx's Lover, Jinxed Couple.
And it was all used. Every one of them was
every single
used.
one.
And I was like...
So it stars our favorite show saver, Na Wu, who plays a very unlucky dude. Very unlucky, but like he's also, this will interest my husband, who's not listening to this because he's making dinner in the other room, who's a brewmaster and runs a craft beer store. That's a new new job I haven't seen yet in the drama world. And he's very chill, but the goddess of fortune comes to the real world and starts making things a little wacky for him.
And there's a cute dog on the poster.
Yeah.
Which
there's
is
a very cute little dog.
Which is very important.
Yeah. And Hyena is playing the goddess of fortune. Like, it's got it all. It's got it all that I'm looking for in
it looks rather
silly fantasy.
Yeah.
It looks very silly. It feels like it's going to be one of those like chill out, cheer up. You don't have to, get too emotionally invested.
It's funny how on the genre tags on MDL it's like mystery. I'm like, I wouldn't have put mystery on that at all.
Be sure. So it is on KBS 2. So where it'll show up is always a bit of a
we don't know
mystery.
now because we can't guarantee Cocoa.
Yeah.
I'm giving up on Cocoa. I've just
so maybe Cocoa, maybe Viki.
We're friends on Twitter, but
yeah, Cocoa might be because I pay for that subscription. I'm kind of wondering.
Yeah,
catch just falling off.
Stop giving shit to Disney. Stop it. Get some help.
Yeah.
We don't like it. None of us want this.
No.
So also on the 15th on Netflix, we've got a romance drama called When My Love Blooms coming out, but originally aired in 2020 is the note on this.
Yes.
But it's coming back on Netflix.
Yeah.
And then we have also on Netflix a theater documentary called Sing, Dance, Act, Kabuki. So it's a Japanese documentary coming out on the 16th. Mm-hmm. And then on the 16th as well on Viki, we have a Japanese BL based on a manga coming out called Senpai, This Can't Be Love. Great title. Great title. It's about a 3D designer and who's training a newbie, but the newbie's really unfriendly, and that makes this guy really sad. And how will they overcome their different personalities? I imagine with their lips is how they're going to do it.
Probably.
That's how these things work.
That's how it goes.
8 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Good old J
once
dramas.
a week. Yeah.
And they would be like 20-minute episodes.
30 minutes. Yeah, 30 duration, 30 minutes. So 30-minute episodes. Good times. Good times.
In other words, if you don't want to be pained, you might want to wait to bed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah, I'm feeling that. I'm watching Mr. Unlucky. He has no choice but to... It's hard.
Yeah,
it's hard.
Do that.
It's not existing right now for me.
Wait till it's done. Trust old Natalia.
Especially those J-drop, those little short...
once-a-weekers. The once-a-weekers.
Yeah, especially when they're thrillers, don't do it. Just don't do it.
No.
Don't do it. Don't do it. You're gonna be screwed. You're gonna be screwed. On Netflix, we finally got a streaming service notification. So Netflix has picked up the TVN drama Alchemy of Souls, which is the Hong sisters comeback. That's going to be on the 18th. I'm very pumped for this show. Listen, we've all been hoodwinked by the Hong sisters before, but we've all also enjoyed something the Hong sisters have done. So it's like, it's a real So like, but it's got Lee Jae-wook, it's got Jung So-min, like just I'm in it. Just
some of the alternate titles here.
I know.
This person, can this person be translated? Salvation Interpreter, Soul Marriage, Resurrection, Welcome, Return.
For a while, it was just Return.
Mm-hmm.
And then Netflix likes to do that thing where they pick a title no matter what.
They pick a title. So
they are the ones who pick that
They're
title.
the arbiters of the translation. So they appear to have picked Alchemy of Souls.
Can you imagine being the people that sit in that conference room figuring out what titles are?
I mean, like,
bestowing
Alchemy
them
of
upon
Souls
the world?
Return. Alchemy of Souls sounds better. Like, it sounds more intriguing.
And you can find it
Return.
easier. Return, there's probably like
Better
50
for
million
tagging
returns.
and for
I bet you that's
searching.
how they do it. They actually like think of SEO.
I mean,
Yeah, I don't know what to think about it.
There was a K-drama called Return already, too.
Yeah.
So.
And hashtag
So,
return
you know,
isn't fun. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Hashtag
No,
return
not good.
2022.
Yeah.
Return Netflix.
So yeah, like I don't know how it'll be. Like the Hong sisters usually do like a lot of comedy in their, fantasy horror. So
That's true.
we'll see how it
Yeah.
is.
That's one I'm gonna have to potentially just watch or
tentatively watch,
I don't know if
see
I wanna
how
keep
it
up with it.
goes. But I like
the
the cast
leads-
a lot.
Yeah.
The leads. And like
yeah.
even
Yeah,
the
Lee
secondary
Jae-wook
cast is
getting
like
a main, so that's good.
finally. Like the man, I can't say he's been working for a while. He's very young, but like very talented. So
Bye, Joy.
bye, Joy. Thank you for coming.
And then Jung So-min, we always
Mhm.
like seeing her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She's sweet.
So on the 22nd, okay, we have a drama coming out. It's a shame that Joy decided to leave because she knows how much I've been roasting this drama. I'm gonna watch it. Okay. So anyway, a GMM 25 drama. So it's not GMM TV. It's like their sister channel. GMM 25 is coming out with a drama called Unforgetting Night. It's another mafia BL, but like
We're loving the Mafia BLs.
yeah. The
They were like, oh,
preview-
Ken Porsch is doing it? Let's go.
The preview had like some like BDSM elements, but from watching it, you're like, that man has never held a whip in his life. He does not know what he's doing. It stars Yoon. No offense to him, but I don't understand how he keeps getting lead roles. I'ma say it. Don't come for me. I think he's fine and he's very good looking. He a little wooden, little okay, like sure. I'm gonna watch it.
There's a lot going on in the tags: lesbian romance and polyamory.
I saw none of that in the preview, but we'll see.
Hey.
We'll see.
Who knows?
So apparently they're calling BDSM special needs in bed.
I mean, I guess.
In a way, it says he's a 30-year-old mafioso who has special needs in bed and keeps switching partners, but no one's able to satisfy him. He also has a giant tiger tattoo on his back.
Oh, that's why it's on the poster?
Yes. We were also kind of roasting this tattoo in one of my group chats, where Mana, who's a friend, was like, I know this. Wait a minute. You know those like blankets with the satin edges that like every Mexican family has? That's from that blanket. And I was like, holy shit, it's from that blanket. I had
They
that
just did
blanket
a
as
Google
kid.
search.
Yeah, like, it's anyway, like
Aw.
I'm as I said, I'm gonna watch it.
Even
But
if it's to roast it.
Even if
There you go.
it's questionable. So that's supposed to start airing on the 22nd. We'll see. Oh, very exciting. 24th, Netflix again. We have the Korean version of Money Heist, Joint Economic Area, coming out, which takes place in a alternate universe of a unified Korea. So
yes, and I guess it's the Money Heist cinematic universe.
MHCU.
And I will say they've been tagging it as part 1, and it's only 6 episodes, so just know that there's probably going to be cliffhanger, and you won't see it for 2 or 3 years, if that.
Well, or they're gonna pull some sort of like Stranger Things season 4 where they're like, okay, here's the first 7 episodes. Here you go. Enjoy. Come back on July 1st and we'll give you the rest. They're pulling an Earth doll on this, and I don't like it. I don't like it, let's just say. But it looks really good.
Given the state of the world on multiple levels, can we just not? Can we if you're able to produce something, just produce it? You are not promised tomorrow. Have we not learned?
We not
are
learned
not promised tomorrow.
Like, don't cliffhang us, my guys. Like, don't do this. Don't do this.
Especially Netflix, because they love to just cliffhang you and then drop it.
Yeah,
because they just can.
And they've seen that people,
we ran out of money.
People like the person, they'll just go to a new show with them, so they could finish the show and then travel with that actor.
And build up a fan base.
Which is probably what's happening with Money Heist, because everybody's coming from
Squid Games.
Squid Game. So again.
I'm super excited for it, by the way.
It does look really good.
I haven't seen the original series.
Yeah, I haven't either. I'm really tempted to try to watch it before this one starts, just because I'm curious. By the way, I'm also really excited for Lee Hyun-woo, because he hasn't popped up in a really long time.
It's been a while. It has been a while. On the 24th, we have a watcha drama, 8 episodes, called Ultimate Weapon Alice.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
It looks kind of weird.
Action romance about the bloody high school lives of mysterious transfer student and killer Gyo Wol and a traumatized high school student Yo Rum as they meet and get chased down by a criminal organization. Ooh. That actually sounds tight as hell.
It really makes you wonder, like, the actual tone of the show.
You never know. See, the things with these dramas is you never know till you start.
Very Japanese.
Yeah.
Like, this is a Japanese horror setup.
Right.
Like,
And the fact that it's a web drama, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it could be good. It also could not be good. Because it could be too youth oriented.
Yeah, I'd have more faith in it if it was aged up a little more.
I do like the main actress, Park Se-won. If it's who I think it is, and I'm pretty sure it's who I think it is.
Jessie on Survival. I saw her.
Yeah.
I'm Not a Robot.
I Am Not a Robot. That's where I know her. She was really good in that. She played one of the scientist ladies.
She was the ghost with glasses and Goblin.
Okay.
So she's quite good. It also has Kim Tae-hoon in it, and will he live? Who knows?
His name is
not. Given
his name is Killer Spicy.
But also, like, the joke is, if you're unaware, he dies in almost every show he's in. Like,
sorry, spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler alert. I'm not going to tell you which shows he dies in, but just know.
I think the few that I've seen that he didn't die in was when he was a really terrible person. So, like, if he's a killer, maybe that's he'll survive this one.
Maybe that's his formula.
Yeah.
Who knows? So I
also agree with Trish. I hate cliffhangers. I think most people actually hate cliffhangers now.
No one likes cliffhangers.
No.
As soon as you get into a world where you can rewind and fast forward, cliffhangers have become obsolete. And
and also, if cliffhangers, they only work if they're on the end of an episode that has a next episode coming out next week.
But they only work if it's a true cliffhanger, which means that you cannot go back to like when you were watching TV when you were years ago, where like you didn't have it physically and like the only way you could get things were like to if somehow some way the reruns showed that one episode that you missed. Like,
and then they usually, even back then, they wouldn't really be like last time. They really wouldn't show the entire cliffhanger when it would be like it wouldn't really revisit.
It would be like a true cliffhanger where to the point it was like the most devastating. Now it's just like expected and it's boring and it's just unneeded.
Well, and I mean, for a lot of people, even back then, a cliffhanger didn't really work because if for some reason, like if you had to work or you had school or something came up and you missed it, and now you just feel like, I'm just done with the show now. Because like, if you missed too many episodes, then I can't
and
catch
then
up now,
or
right?
your series was canceled.
Yeah.
You know,
no one likes it. Stop it. Get some help. Stop it.
Yeah.
On the 25th on TV Chosen, we've got The Witch is Alive, which is a mystery drama coming out.
By the way, it looked like 3 women who wanted to murder various people. It kind of looked interesting.
I think it was the one that was supposed to come out last month but didn't with what's her face that's always in Weekenders, and she plays like the heightened. You know who I'm talking about?
Oh,
I think so.
1 second.
I'd have to look at her.
Yeah.
You know, she's always like in those like mahjong type.
I think it's the one from Father is Strange, right? Isn't it?
I would know.
Father is Strange, Strongest Delivery Man.
She was on Super Daddy Y'all.
Yep. Drop the shows and then it's like you don't want it anymore.
Yeah.
Anyways.
You move on. You move on and find a new show. It's also it's tailed as a black comedy, so maybe.
Which
when I read the thing, I'm like, no, that's not something I would like. But I really love the poster. So I'm like,
the poster is pretty good.
It looks really good. Like, and she looks really like. She doesn't usually look like that in her dramas. Like she's got like a shorter haircut and like just a slicker looking clothes. Like she's usually a little bit more, I don't know, business city kind of.
But just because it's tagged as black comedy,
I'm just gonna tell you, most people don't know what black comedy actually is.
Yes.
Like for the most part, you're not gonna get a black comedy. Actually, because nobody knows what means.
What was the thing that we were talking about that was actually a black comedy?
Heard it through the grapevine.
Through the grapevine. Yeah,
fantastic.
Such a good show.
A black comedy.
Yeah, was not expecting that at all, and it loved it.
So Netflix seems to be picking up a lot this month, coming month, because on my birthday, the 27th, we've got Cafe Minam Dang, which follows the mysterious events experienced by a former profiler and his colleagues. It tells the story of a suspicious cafe named Minam Dang and the clients that visit it. So,
I think it has
Owen Cook.
It has Owen Cook. I'm Owen Cook.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it.
I was like,
I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it. What do you want from me here?
The director is from Ko Jae-hyun. He did The Player. And then Park Hae-jin is the screenwriter. And they did The Emperor, Owner of the Mask. Which got Best Screenplay in 2017. So.
I'm gonna share this. I'm gonna share my screen just for a second. Share screen. Window. This. Share. Check that out.
Like,
yeah.
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 I didn't know how to describe that, so I just needed to share that information.
I think it has like a potential to be
really
good.
Enough said. This image, enough said.
Yeah.
So on the 29th, we have a Thai BL called Even Sun coming out. And also on the 29th, we have another Netflix Korean drama coming out called Extraordinary Attorney Woo. So that's fun.
Yeah. Either you get BL or you get lawyers.
What do you want?
That is
Jim.
Now, so I will say the interesting tag on Extraordinary Attorney U is that she is neurodivergent.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a few dramas that are said they're coming out in June, but they've not delivered us a date yet. So we have a Chinese drama called Meha's Regulus in the World. Who knows? Unconfirmed for the 19th. We don't know. We also have Mental Coach Jagal Gill, which is a TVN drama, a sports drama. So unconfirmed for the 20th. And then we have a... Okay. So we have the WeTV drama Love Mechanics. This drama has been dogging us for years now because it was originally a like mini series, like I'm talking like 2 episodes, and it features the most dysfunctional couple you've ever seen. Like, you are rooting for them to not end up together. So I'm like really intrigued and it's the same actors, like the actors are great, and this is nothing against the actors, but it's just together. Like they're so good together, but like you're like, well, one of them's really great, but one of them's just a toxic piece of shit. So you're just like, okay, how is this? So anyway, I'm intrigued to see what they do with a full-length version of what was essentially a 2-episode.
Which would be good, because the 2 episodes was messy. Like it was not well done. It really only became popular on the chemistry of the 2 leads, because the storytelling, like time-wise, you were like, wait, is this the next day? The next week? The next year? I'm not...
How long has it been? It could have been any period of time.
And there was no clue.
Maybe this version will be all that time between this.
Who knows? So it's basically about an engineering student, Le Shock, where one of them has a secret crush on a guy who has a girlfriend. And the guy who has a girlfriend is an asshole. So just
is that how it's written in MDL?
That is not how it is written. That is not how it is. It's written much nicer on MDL. But no, that's essentially the plot. I don't know what, like, they could have just given these 2 actors a different show and they would have been excellent at it.
Show
but
would have been great.
It's fine. It's fine.
The original one, the premise is basically like the one has a crush on somebody else, and then they have like a drunken one-night stand, and then he keeps being the side piece for a while, and then it's not healthy. It's not good. It's not romantic.
But the 2 actors are great.
They are. They're really. They've done some little web series and stuff together since then, and they're cute together. They're fun.
So finally, the last one on our drama comeback list that doesn't have an airing date yet is Dear M, which I know a lot of people are very excited for because it has Jaehyun from NCT as the male lead in it, and it's about college students when a mysterious individual known as M starts posting scandalous posts.
This one was the K-drama that was supposed to air like a couple of years ago, and it was part of the bullying scandals time, where it was like a ton of bullying scandals, and then it got pulled and then kept on getting pushed off, and then finally a Japanese studio picked it up, so it's going to be airing in Japan.
Oh.
I don't know what they're doing. I don't know if they like have like a dubbed version of it, or they're keeping it just subtitled, or what. I don't know. But
I always hope that like all of the staff and everybody of that got paid okay. You know?
Paid.
Yeah.
Because
they probably didn't until Japan bought it. Honestly.
Because I mean, 12 episodes at an hour each, like that was so much work. And
yeah,
money.
it was. I mean, it was
especially
done too.
What's even more frustrating is how most of those bullying scandals turned out to be.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Well, and
fiction.
hers had come up. The bullying scandal for this had come up previously and been debunked. And then it was re-brought up when all the other bullying stuff came out. And they were like, but we already dealt with this. Nope, I guess we just can't right now. Like, it had already affected previous work for her
Hmm.
and like previous opportunities. So
Just to change the tone for a second, her agency name is Studio Santa Claus Entertainment.
That's adorable.
that's wild.
I
That's
just had to throw
adorable.
that in there.
That's
So-
adorable.
And I know like the hags at Road to Hagdom have been very excited for this. They keep planning that they're going to do like
A
they've had a
debrief.
couple of times where we've
Reaction
done debriefs
shows, yeah.
of TV shows, so they keep planning it, but then who knows if they'll
Who
get
knows?
subs, who knows if it'll air,
Oh.
who knows.
So before we leave, that's it for the TV shows. But before we leave, you think that we're done, but we're never done because
No, we're not.
a billion music comebacks are also happening.
Especially this month, usually we don't get this much confirmed,
Mhm.
and this is like confirmed.
Yeah.
Confirmed.
Yeah.
I don't play by the
Yeah.
what
Jessie,
like
take it
sites.
away, Jessie.
Oh,
Take it
okay.
away.
I'll go. Let me actually go through it on this because I don't think my iPad updated. Did it? So I want to make sure that I.
Because there's
Yeah.
plenty of other groups that like we think they're going to, but they haven't said anything.
Yeah.
So we can't
No.
talk
Yeah.
about those.
So very quickly, Adora has a digital pre-single coming out on the 1st. Dawn, is that how you say? Not Hyena Dawn. Other
Yeah,
one.
No.
different. It's
Yeah.
DVWN.
I'm sorry.
Vroom.
I am sorry if that's not how you. Yeah.
We don't know. We're-
They're coming up with a single on the 2nd. Baekja Young, who you know as an actress as well, she's coming out with a single also on the 2nd. Kim Jae-hwan is coming out with a single on the 5th. Song Dong-woon is coming up with his second EP/mini album on the 6th. Secret Number is finally coming back on the 8th.
Mhm.
They haven't been
It's been a while.
here for a very long time, especially since member changes. They had at least one person leave, and they've added a couple. So, and then we have Trends. They're coming back on the 8th with their second mini album.
Mhm.
Woo-ah is coming out with their first mini album on the 9th. BTS is coming out with their full album, which is I forget what they're calling it, the
It's kind of like
repackage
a greatest hits.
Yeah, greatest
is
hits.
the deal,
Plus
right?
a couple songs.
double
Mhm.
CD, I think, on the 10th. And then on the 13th, we have our personal favorite. Wonho is coming out with
We're
his
not
third
excited or
mini
anything.
album.
And his albums are bangers. And wait,
They're so good.
Wonho
continue-
said,
I'm-
for Gay Pride Month, I am going
I'm
to
gonna-
give
I'm
the
gonna
gays what they
Come
want.
back.
yeah,
Like,
for the gays and the days, Wonho is here. And my excitement continues to the 14th.
So I'm sure a way to also promote his upcoming drama, Soeun Guk is coming back with a single album on the 14th, which if you don't know Soeun Guk as an idol, now it's your chance. He's so good.
I'm so excited.
He's so good.
If you've never heard him sing, he's an incredible singer.
He
my goodness.
debuted as an
Incredible
idol.
singer.
Like
Yeah.
My
he went
first
idol
Soeun Guk
actor,
was,
not actor idol.
was Love Rain, where he plays a singer, and he plays two singers, and
Mhm.
it's
Mhm.
great.
Yeah. So Paul Kim is coming out with something I didn't denote on the 14th. Sorry, Paul Kim.
He's coming out with something. Paul Kim, you keep doing you, Paul Kim. You keep doing you.
Darren Gray.
I know that Paul Kim is watching this right now.
Yeah,
Being like,
he's-
those
yeah.
assholes didn't write down.
Sorry,
what I'm
Paul
coming
Kim. You have a
back
great
with.
voice.
He does.
Listen, it's been rough. I have a lot
This
to
is
do.
yeah, there's a lot of things.
Lots of happening.
Sorry. Darren Gray, who is one of my personal favorite J-rock groups and has been since high school, coming back with a full album on the 15th. Drippin' is also coming back with a second single album on the 15th. And BDC just announced that they were coming back on the 15th with maybe a mini album. I don't know. Sorry. The 15th is like a crazy day.
It's a very
Everybody's
popular
coming
day.
out.
Yeah.
A personal favorite of mine, and I know Sky's, Pixie is coming out on the 15th. And I had it listed on here, but I guess my internet didn't want to actually change it. But I think it's their second mini album. if I can remember at the top of my head. I don't know. And then finally, last on the 15th, Omega X is coming back with their first full album.
Very
If you're an Omega X fan, full album is very exciting.
Yeah.
And 2 of the members are starring together in a BL coming up in the fall.
True.
So, like, listen,
I was intrigued. I was intrigued by that choice. Like,
they're taking
that was
friendship to a
interesting.
new level.
Yeah.
Those guys being pals. You know what I mean? good old wholesome friends.
Then on the 20th, a girl group from MLD Entertainment is debuting. Lapillus. Lapillus. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that. But I do know that the next one on the 20th, Kepler is Kepler. At least that's what everybody says on TikTok. So they're very, very big on TikTok. They love those like little dances that are the easiest dances, and they're perfect for them. On the 22nd, the Stray Kids are coming out with a Japanese single, I think it is.
Their Japanese stuff is so good too. So,
and then also on the 22nd, there's a debut of the Japanese subunit of the K-pop, so J-pop group Posh Girls. So like the Japanese members are coming out with a subunit on the 22nd called Posh Girls J. Nyan is coming out with her solo debut with a mini album on the 24th, which I'm sure Natalia is very excited for. I can't see you now, so I'm just guessing.
Oh, yeah, no, I was doing my little mini clap.
claps.
I was doing my little mini clap.
You're literally just like a voice for me now. On the 24th, or I'm sorry, not on the 24th, on the 29th, Rocket Punch is coming out with a Japanese single. And then out of like the last confirmed date things, we have Bugvel. I don't know how you pronounce their name. Bugvel, Bugvel, is coming out with their second
probably
single.
Like none of that. It'll be
it's like
completely right.
Bugvel.
It'll be like BUG evil or something. And you're like, what? Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then we have a bunch of like rumored, but it kind of seemed like potentially because they were in spaces that I was like, they could be something that we don't.
Be real.
Yeah. So the first is Blackpink. They're rumored. Who knows?
That's the endless rumor.
Well,
Blackpink coming out with another album. Who knows?
Yeah, we'll see.
Maybe.
Then we have Tiger JK is coming out with a digital single. That's for a fact. It just hasn't been dated yet. Joju Ri is coming out with a first mini album. From Its 9 is coming out with a mini album. Luna is coming back with something. Card potentially is coming back. It seems like a comeback teaser, but it also couldn't be not a comeback teaser. Like it could be anything. Like it could literally be like a reality show too.
Yeah.
Like, or a concert. It could be
It
like
feels like it's time.
But like it could be like a fan
but-
event or a concert too. So be on the lookout.
Who knows?
Something
Cards brewing something.
We have a debut of a girl group under Blooming Entertainment, which I looked into them. They're called Witchers. I looked into them because I didn't think Blooming Entertainment had any K-pop groups. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. I don't think they do. Blooming Entertainment has like all the big name stars. Like they're an actor.
Listen, they're trying something new. I'm going to be tentatively excited because we were sort of let down by that Wizards group that we all wanted to be excited for.
The Wow!
Oh my
The
god!
Wow!
That just never went anywhere.
We were so keyed up.
Ready to be
so
Wizards.
Ready for that D&D group.
Ready. I'm tentatively saying, like, with a name like Witchers, we could get behind this.
That's true. It's possible. Their promo pictures are very cutesy, though. So who knows? Not to say that it's not great. I'm not saying that, but like
it's gonna be like 90s Sabrina the Teenage Witch, not like 2020s Sabrina.
And then also, someone while I was was reading that, I saw the doc just start to type. And there's an
I was watching a line get added. Yep.
Yeah.
There's
It-
rumors.
potential
An
of an
ATs is
ATs.
rumored.
Sky would know
So-
more about that because
so-
she keeps up on the like fan spaces.
So the rumor isn't coming from official accounts. The rumor is from official posters that have been placed around the world, actually kind of teasing like some really cool stuff. But
they're doing
it's
some
not
sort of
it's not
viral
as if
marketing.
it's not so it's been a viral thing, but all we know is July ? Like we'll see, because things have happened since then. So, and again, it hasn't come on like official Twitter account or anything. So
And
to
we're
me,
also, if you are not familiar with any sort of like K-pop groups, they usually don't announce this far ahead. A lot of this is actually bizarre. Even those like that line of like 15th, it seems like it's too early for them to be announcing those. But they did.
yeah.
So just know that like usually they announce like the week before. So
It's like
possible
surprise.
that like, it will change.
Well, he is surprise.
And that will definitely be added to during the month. So ATs could be this month, but like later
Who
on.
knows?
Yeah, it could
The
easily
mystery
be like
continues.
25th, you know.
Yeah, and they're not gonna do that until mid, June announcements. But
And
that's all I
then-
have in like terms of things that they said on their like official accounts or news stuff.
And I feel like especially bands like instrument
Mhm.
band, like they really they'll be like, hey, tomorrow we're dropping something.
Yeah,
It's
we're
like,
just dropping.
okay.
You're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Kind of like Extraordinary Heroes. We haven't heard from them in forever.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I
We
think
all
they've been
loved
locked
their
up.
debut
I
song.
You think they've been locked up in the basement?
Oh.
I don't think there was like a announcement of the JYP's plans for the year, and they weren't on them.
Maybe they
So-
didn't attend his Bible seminars and he got upset about it.
Maybe.
Oh, if you're unfamiliar, this is a true thing. JYP runs Bible seminars.
I
that
have
he
an
makes people
unpopular
go.
opinion that I think that most of the stuff that is happening at JYP is not from JYP itself. It's one of the current people. JYP could do stuff,
Yeah.
but he's also not. He doesn't have to because it's not his job.
Yeah.
So there's also that like it's not
Right.
his job.
There's JYP and there's JYP Entertainment.
Yeah, and
So.
JYP isn't one of the CEOs anymore. So
No.
like,
He's just chilling.
so he could have been at like his Bible study.
He's busy
when
in
they're
his Bible
doing this.
seminar.
He's busy making
It's like
holding
my, like,
Bible study that he makes
not
all of the artists come to.
underground theory that I think nobody believes, but I kind of believe that like a lot that JYP is not the one that everybody hates at JYP.
No.
That's my
No, I agree
plan.
with you.
I know that,
agree
like,
with you.
idols lie about things, but a lot of the idols say a little bit too much stuff that like they don't have to about JYP and liking him, that it makes me seem that like they're trying to really be like, JYP is not the person I hate here. And that's my theory on JYP. Don't hate me, please. Don't attack me.
we're not shooters for
I
JYP
don't like
over
JYP.
here.
He's fatphobic, so he hates me. So I don't really
we're
care
not,
about him.
we're not
so, like,
JYP like
not stans.
super
I'm just
fans. Like we're
facts.
just saying.
just logical
saying.
reading of people and reading.
Well, anyway, that's our
different
what's coming up in June live stream. So
Does anybody have anything just really quick?
I know
do you have anything
Caitlin
we haven't
mentioned that Treasure is
Treasure.
also coming back without 2 members. So
I know, and then there were. I think we tried to get everybody who said something about dramas that we didn't talk about. And I know Caitlin was
and
excited
then,
for that Chinese
Caitlin
drama.
says, Vix is Leo is coming out with the BL sometime this year as
Yeah.
well. Who knows when that is? Very excited. So yep.
Yeah.
So many dramas, man.
We had a little bit.
And for
especially
all
over
that
the
I'm
day.
like, oh, I'm excited about these. I'm probably not going to watch them this month. Like even the ones that are
I'm not
available.
caught up with anything.
Like I just can't. I'm not.
Listen, I'm suffering enough by watching Worry the Virgin as it airs. I can't do this to myself again. Okay. Oh, and for
I'll
anyone
watch
who
all
listened,
of last month's things.
yeah, for anyone who listened to our podcast episode today, the Sunghoon Lamaze class was worth it. It was worth it. It was good. It was good.
There is just Just so you know, there's a lag, so
Yeah.
whenever you see us chilling out for a second, it's because
We're just waiting for everyone to
just in
catch up.
case.
Just to make
There's
sure.
a little bit of latency.
I wonder how long that is. It is. a
I
bit,
think
it
it's probably
seems.
like 20 seconds or 30 seconds. It's pretty.
Mm.
Yeah, I
it's
think it's
pretty
It feels
bad.
noticeable when you're
between
hosting.
10 and
watching,
20 seconds, I'd say.
because like sometimes I'll be watching and you guys will say like, you know, the party llamas or something, and you'll be like, what should we do? I don't know, right? And like there'll be like 3 people and they this.
I
Maybe
think
we
the
should do
last time
this.
I
What
did
do you
that, it
think?
was the
It's like,
30 seconds.
It was
Yeah,
30
and
seconds.
it
Mhm.
feels really long, but like I know it's not, but it's sort of like you're like, oh, why can't
So
you?
Yadam and one of the Japanese members are the ones in Treasure who are not coming back. So anyway,
there's been
thank
a couple,
you
yeah.
for. I think we've probably left enough time for any
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
shenanigans.
So,
So thank
If not, leave
everyone for-
comments.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
'Cause they'll still be here. Anyway, thank you for coming. We love every time everyone hangs out with us. And we will be back soon. We will be returning with the live stream life. We're just finalizing our live stream schedule for the month, so we will let you know when we have that
Mhm.
done. Caitlin, that is a bit of a monkey's paw as well, huh?
Yeah.
Like,
it just makes it easy, right? You're like, oh,
And
I'm
then
just not watching those.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, have a great night, and we will see you for our next stream. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.